Hey, Cookaholic, Chef Kendra here, and today we're making a delicious potato soup. So let's you and I do what we do and make it happen. We're gonna get this on medium. And we're gonna get some bacon in this pan. Because potato soup with bacon is amazing. But almost anything, you got a little bacon too. The game is upped. If you don't like bacon, don't use bacon. You can use turkey bacon. You can use ham. I'm gonna stick my bacon thing on top. Careful, I don't want to scratch the pan. I'm gonna let that bacon cook. Give this bacon a flip. Now I'm just going to remove this. And turn the pan off and grab our bacon. And I just have a plate over here with paper towel on it. I'm gonna remove this pan to the back here and let that cool down before I remove the oil and wash it. I gotta tell you guys, I love this bacon press. I love it. I still prefer to cook the bacon in the oven. I'm cooking a lot of bacon, but if I'm cooking bacon in a pan, I love this thing. Not expensive, goodbye. I have some minced onion here, and I'm gonna mix it with some of our chicken broth. I'm using a 4-state cheddar. Shredded natural Wisconsin sharp, New York sharp, California mild, and Vermont sharp cheddar cheeses. I actually like this brand, not sponsored, but this is really my favorite brand of packaged shredded cheese. And this one has a lot of flavor. Somebody asked me once, why do I use shredded cheese so much? I mean, convenience, it's easy. It's the same reason why people use chicken breasts all the time, because it's convenient, it's easy. It makes, a lot of people poo-poo convenience items when cooking. I don't, because I feel like it makes cooking more enjoyable for you by making it easier or saves you time. Go for it. I don't have many pet peeves. A couple of them are people being mean to each other for no reason and food snobs. I'm a chef, but I'm not a food snob. And I don't care if that food snob is a chef or just a regular person. Food snobs annoy the heck out of me. I'm just gonna chop up some green onions, guys. I'm gonna use these like traditional onions in the dish. This and the minced onion is gonna make a nice flavor. I'm gonna get some water into this big old stock pot. That's enough. I'm gonna add some salt to this stock pot. Clean these potatoes. Now I'm just gonna clean these potatoes. We're not using the peel, but still, you wanna start off with rinsed potatoes. You don't wanna get yucky stuff in the clean potato underneath. That makes sense? I think it makes sense. Get the main part with this. And then the end pieces, I do this. That's just my way of doing it. Now I'm gonna cube these potatoes and rinse them off again and get them into my boiling water. Now if I was working at a restaurant, we trim the edges and make sure everything was perfect, but this is home cooking, baby. We're not wasting potatoes. Now I'm going to rinse these potatoes off. And you can see they're just in bite-sized pieces. Now I'm going to get them in this boiling water, but I'm going to reduce the heat to medium. Get them in this boiling water, and I'm gonna put the top on. I'm gonna let them cook for 8 to 10 minutes. So over here, got my trusty large Dutch oven. I'm gonna take the top off. Here we go, guys. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of bacon fat to this, and our butter. I'm gonna get it over medium heat, just like so. Now, while this butter starts to melt, I'm going to chop up this bacon. And it's okay to use the one for the vegetables because this bacon is already cooked. I'm just going to rough chop it. I'm going to take this off now that it's boiling. And I'm going to reduce the heat to medium. Back over to the butter and the oil. Now, I'm gonna add the green onion tops. Cook and stir that for a few. So we've been cooking this for about 4 or 5 minutes. Now I'm gonna add in the garlic. Stir that in real good. And I'm gonna cook this for about a minute. All right, now we're gonna switch utensils. And I am going to whisk in some flour. Now I'm gonna whisk in the chicken broth. Can you even see that? Switch hands. This is me pretending to whisk because I'm left-handed. At this point, I'm gonna whisk off and on, but what I want to do is to bring it to a boil. Not a hard boil, just when it starts to bubble. And what that does is it ensures you that your flour has actually cooked. So I'm gonna let it do its thing. I'm about to take the potatoes off and drain them. Well, I love the fact that you can just pick it up, these pans, pick up the handles. Love that. Put them back in a pot because I'm going to add them to the soup soon. So we're just gonna let that do its thing, and then we'll be back. This is the other half of the bacon and our greens from our green onions, aka scallions, that we're gonna use for garnish. This is just what we're looking for. So we're gonna add our potatoes. Turn that down to medium low. Now we're gonna add these minced onions that's been soaking in that broth. They're nice and soft. I'm gonna add a ton of flavor. I'm gonna add the black pepper. Sour cream goes in. Add the bacon and the cheese. Now I have some salt here, but I'm not gonna add that salt until I taste this. All right, guys, I'm just gonna turn the heat off. I'm gonna give it a couple more turns of this spatula. Look at that, that's amazing. Now I'm gonna ladle up some, see if it needs more salt. Oh, that's good. Yo, you can find this and other fine recipes at chefkendra.weebly.com. That's chefkendra.weebly.com. You know I got you. That's all for this time. I'll see you next time. Chef Kendra is out. Peace.